Myself M. Gunakar, Assistant Professor of Zoology, Government Degree College, Siddipet, Telangana State. Today, let us discuss the blood vessels of the rabbit. The blood vessels carry blood from the heart to the various parts of the body and also return to the heart. The distributing and collecting blood vessels respectively form the arterial and venous systems. Today, we limit our discussion to the arterial system only. Rabbit arterial system carries two divisions, the aortic system and the pulmonary system. The aortic system distributes the oxygenated blood from the left ventricle to all parts of the body, whereas the pulmonary system carries the blood to the lungs. Coming to the aortic system. The aortic system includes a large vessel, the aortic arch. Aortic arch, this is the aortic arch and its branches. The aortic arch arises from the right anterior corner of the left ventricle and turns towards the left. It loops round the left bronchus and reaches the dorsal side of the heart as the dorsal aorta through the thorax and abdomen along the mid-dorsal line. It gives off various arteries along its course to the organs near which it passes. Now, what are the main arteries of the dorsal aorta? Let us discuss. First of all, coronary arteries. These coronary arteries, they are not shown here because they are present inside the pericardium, and they are small vessels that arise from the aortic arch just behind its origin from the ventricle. They supply blood to the wall of the heart itself. Next, innominate artery. It is a very short median vessel and leaves the aortic arch just in front of the heart. It soon gives off the left common carotid artery and then divides into two arteries, the right subclavian artery and the right common carotid artery. Right subclavian artery. It runs outwards and gives off three branches. The vertebral artery to the vertebral column and supplies blood to the brain and spinal cord. Then brachial artery to the forelimbs. Internal mammary artery, or also called anterior epigastric artery, which supplies blood to the ventral wall of the thorax. Then right common carotid artery. It runs forwards through the neck and divides into two branches, external carotid artery and internal carotid artery. External carotid artery distributes blood to the head and face by several branches. The internal carotid artery enters the skull and supplies blood to the brain. Now, left common carotid artery. It resembles the right common carotid artery in its course and distribution. Now, left subclavian artery. It arises from the left side of the aortic arch and resembles the right subclavian in its course and distribution. There is a slight dilation, the carotid sinus. Carotid sinus at the origin of the internal carotid artery. It contains baroreceptors sensitive to changes in blood pressure, which send the information about the impulses to the cardiac and vasomotor centers in the medulla oblongata, which regulates blood pressure by varying the rate of heartbeat and diameter of the blood vessels. Now, the intercostal arteries. These are a series of small paired arteries. They leave the dorsal aorta in the thorax and runs outwards, and they supply blood to the intercostal muscles of the ribs. Phrenic arteries. These are a pair of arteries which supply the blood to the diaphragm. Celiac artery. It is a large median artery. It arises from the dorsal aorta behind the diaphragm. It runs in the mesentery and bifurcates into hepatic and lienogastric arteries. Hepatic artery carries blood to the liver. Lienogastric artery carries blood to the stomach and spleen by gastric and splenic arteries. Next, anterior mesenteric artery. It is a large median artery. It gives off many arteries to various organs of alimentary canal. Duodenal artery to the duodenum, pancreatic artery to the pancreas, intestinal artery to the ileum, cecal artery to the cecum and vermiform appendix, colonic artery to the anterior part of the colon. Next, renal arteries. There are two types of renal arteries, right renal and left renal. The right renal artery is a little anterior to the left one. They carry blood to the kidneys. Each renal artery gives off a small suprarenal artery to the suprarenal gland or adrenal gland and a small branch to the muscles of the back. Next, genital artery. A pair of small arteries for the genital organs. In male, they are called spermatic arteries and supply blood to the epididymis, vasa differentia and testis. In the female, they are termed the ovaries, supplying blood to the ovaries. Ovarian artery supplying blood to the ovaries. Next comes posterior mesenteric artery. It is a small median artery that runs in the mesentery and distributes blood to the colon and rectum. Next, iliolumbar artery. These are a pair of slender vessels. They may arise from the common iliac arteries also. They supply blood to the dorsal wall of the abdomen. Next, common iliac arteries. These are a pair of arteries formed by the bifurcation of dorsal aorta into in the pelvic region. They run outwards and backwards. Each common iliac artery soon divides into the internal and external iliac arteries. Internal iliac artery supplies blood to the dorsal wall of the pelvic cavity. External iliac artery passes blood to the hind limb and continues as a femoral artery. A vesicular artery which supply blood to the urinary bladder, and a uterine artery which supplies blood to the uterus in the female. Sometimes it may arise from the vesicular artery. It is absent in the male. Then posterior epigastric artery which distributes blood to the ventral wall of the abdomen. There is a small thin median artery arises from the dorsal side of the aorta a little in front of its bifurcation, which is called sacral artery. It supplies blood to the tail. Now come to the pulmonary system. The pulmonary system includes a large vessel called the pulmonary arch. And here you can see the blue color in blue color. It arises from the anterior median corner of the right ventricle on the ventral side and bifurcates into right and left pulmonary arteries, carrying blood to the lungs of its side. Aortic and pulmonary arches are connected together by a short band of ligament called the ligamentum arteriosum, which is a regular tubular passage called the ductus arteriosum of the embryo. Thank you.